Hi, Ranjani. Thank you for being here with me today. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
As you know, we're opening up enrollment into the association again soon, and we like to talk to PhDs, associates such as yourself who have transitioned successfully into industry. So maybe you can just start by telling us the position and company you transitioned into.
Okay, I am the quality manager and cosmetic chemist at Malibu Wellness, Indianapolis. I got my PhD from University of South Florida.
Perfect. And you're successful now. You've transitioned. Again, congratulations. But I want to rewind a little bit to when you were starting your job search and talk about some of the challenges that you had before you joined the association. And usually the challenges are technical challenges, right? Like your resume, LinkedIn profile, but also the mindset challenges, the not knowing where to start, dealing with rejection, etc.
I have to say this, before I joined the association, I did not know my value as a PhD. I think that's the biggest thing that I see what's the big deal, but I really think that this association gave me respect and value. I respect and value myself more because of this association because I was lost. I wanted to transition, but I didn't know how to do it. But when I joined the association in like a week, the amount of information, the group it's amazing. It's amazing. I wouldn't have been where I am without this group.
So, yeah, I mean, so you said that you didn't know your value, you didn't know where to start. And I just want to dig in a little bit there because so many PhDs have a hard time relating to somebody who has a job. Even though you just got a job, they're still in that feeling rejected, feeling uncertain, not knowing where to start. So what was one of the lower points that happened? If you could describe like something that made you feel like you weren't very valuable or something that, a specific difficult moment that you went through in your job search. Just any specific example.
Like a specific example would be like I would be applying for jobs and I wouldn't hear back. And I don't know, I had a big resume. I thought that I need to have every publication, every presentation that I've done. I didn't know how to transfer myself from my PhD mindset to an industry mindset.
Mm.
So that I think Cheeky Association made me realize that they already know I have a PhD, so I have it. All I have to show is my transferable skills. How can I get into an industry? So I think that my mindset was like, oh, I need to put everything I know on the resume. That's how the people will know that I know my
Yeah,
thing. I know what I'm doing.
yeah,
So
exactly. No, that's a great specific example. Thank you. And if you can think back to right after you joined the association, was there anything that stuck out as like an early aha moment or materials that really helped you in the very beginning?
I have to say this, but from the beginning to the end, like every step, I started by doing the modules. Then I was so happy by just doing the modules. I didn't even know that I had just begun to open the treasure box. But I was just happy just listening because I couldn't do the videos. I just listened to the modules because I have two kids under five. So I was working and I was also taking care of my family. So I didn't have time to really watch the videos. I used to just listen the first time. Then when I got a chance, then I started making notes,
Mm.
doing the work. So that was just the modules. But then after that, there's so much information.
Yes.
There is when you interview prep, I think all the questions in my interview were already given to me in the association. It made me more confident to go and approach for interview. And the two interviews I went to, both of them called me back. I think that I owe it to the association because I was prepared with all the questions of the group.
Yeah,
Facebook group had everything.
that's amazing. And my last question is, you mentioned the Facebook group, the private community. How did this private community help you? Were they very responsive? Did they give you specific help? What did you think?
I think the private group is very great. It's very positive. There's nothing negative. So I could just feel that I can easily relate to it and ask any questions I want.
Hmm.
In the beginning, when I did my LinkedIn profile, I used to contact people and I felt like, oh, nobody's responding. So I would just go onto the group and ask them that, can you help me with my questions? And they would immediately respond. So I think that private group has been very positive.
That's great. You can get the door if you need to. It's okay. It's okay. I'm
Sorry.
done. I totally understand. Go ahead. Do you have to get the door?
Okay. Sorry.
No, it's totally okay. I didn't know if it was somebody hammering or if it was at the door.
My husband is home, and I told him it's 15 minutes, and then we both are like,
They want to know. That's all right. That's all right. So no, this is good. And maybe you could just tell me. Did you find it harder in your specific situation to find a job? Like before you joined, did you think, well, did you have any concerns? Right? Like, well, maybe it could help other people, but not me, because I have kids or I have this specific background, or
yeah.
what did you think? Like, were you able to get the specific help that you needed?
Yes, I think uh, it, any kind of help, whether it be resume, LinkedIn, interview questions, or my first time was a Skype call with an HR. That was my first time ever taking a Skype. So I just put a question in the group that how do I deal with those questions? What kind of questions will the HR ask? So I think it's not like I cannot pick one thing for me. It's everything in the group, the webinars. In the end, when I was almost getting my job, I negotiated higher salary than what they asked me. I wouldn't have done that if not for the group. Because I would have been, we are coming from a PhD mindset, so anything more than 40 is great. But the association told me, no, you
Yes.
need to have your standard up because you spent so much time, 6 years doing a PhD, so your value is higher.
Mm,
So all that has been because in the Facebook group, I saw people transition and how they do it, so it's like support group wherein you see other people's stories, which inspires you to keep going.
thank you. Well, thank you for sharing your story, Ranjani, and I really appreciate it. Congratulations again on your success.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.